Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. There's still pretty much nothing going on. We are waiting on the Feds. Just want to get some structure in here. Didn't quite get there, but nevertheless, let's just leave that level in. So at the moment, what we do have is we had a sort of a bounce around. We did pull back quite aggressively yesterday, and then the buyer stepped in. So trend is up overall on the 8-hour. Oscillators have grouped nicely to downside. We have a pin bar here. It's not quite off structure that I would be looking for. It kind of just missed the structure. We do have the Fed's interest rate announcement later on, and then obviously we've got non-farm payrolls for the month on Friday. So I'm still cautious, still very, very cautious about what's going on at the moment. So just looking at the hour, you can see I was expecting a move to the downside yesterday, and we did get that starting. There's your structure. You can see there's multiple levels. 1, 2, this one had already played out, as I said yesterday, so it did bounce off their pin bar, moved down, but then missed this level. So shorts were ambushed. But if you look to the left, as I said yesterday, any one of those tails could have offered support. So it's always a good idea to put the 3 levels in. So that trade there did play out. Played out quite nicely on the 15-minute in actual fact. You can see there's the pin bar, and we've got a bit of an engulfing bar. So you know your entry was pretty much just there, stop up there, 137 point stop loss. And as soon as I would have seen those tails there, I would have jumped out of this completely. So that's 400 points. Anyway, was sitting on the side yesterday, and I am still sitting on the side today. One thing I do want to point out here on the 8-hour is there is a potential island reversal. So there's a gap down and there's a gap up this morning. So pay attention to that. If this 8-hour bar closes like that, I don't worry about tails when we start talking about gaps. Very meaningless to me. So that is an island reversal, which would then give me a move. Actually, can't call it an island reversal, but it's an island of sort. It wasn't a very strong move to the downside, so we should be moving back to test the top of the range, basically. So if you like risk and like adrenaline, I'd be waiting for a pullback. If we get pullback on you, obviously that island reversal doesn't play out, but there is other structure here as well. So I'd be looking at these levels 110, 149 and 110.067 and probably 110 dead. So that would close the gap, obviously. But then what you'd want to do is you'd have a pullback on structure and then a move up to come and tag this 110.785. So that's kind of the view I've got at the moment. Me personally, I'm sitting on the sides. I'll wait for the Feds to finish their song and dance before touching the dollar. Moving on to your solid Japanese yen, pullback underway, and this is probably the real reason why I will just sit back and wait for this, because there is no synergy between the euro and the euro dollar and the pound, the yen, Japanese yen dollar. So look at the 8-hour. We've got a crossover of the moving average. We've got a really strong engulfing bar here. Closed the gap already, but there's no structure at the moment. Well, no solid structure. This zone here is what I'd be waiting for. So pay attention to 135.371 and 135.133. Pretty much the same as yesterday. If we start getting a reversal there, is a good opportunity for a move up. But my feeling is we're probably just going to go sideways or sideways to down until the Fed's announcement, and then we'll see which way we're going to go. So this is also a sit on hands for me. Moving on to the pound, British pound, Japanese yen. We did tag the level to the upside. We are still moving sort of, I won't say gracefully, but we are definitely moving to the downside. I just want to minimize this just to see what we have here. So take this level here, move it up to there. So that would be the first area. That would be the second area. So I'm looking for an opportunity to buy from 168.970 to 168.034. If you drop down to the hour, you'll see not much structure here. If you look to the left, but definitely an opportunity brewing. Look at the oscillators at the moment. very much oversold right now. And then you have what is looking like a potential double bottom here. No, one of the oscillators have diversions, not both of them. So there is a little bit of divergence here. Another way to trade this, and I'm just going to use this here, is a break above 170.502 and a retest of that for a move up to test 171.112. Again, this is the yen. Sorry, and the yen is all over the place at the moment, so keep your wits about you. An opportunity for London breakout strategy is also on the card. So first 8 1-hour bars, draw your range. You start breaking up above the top on the 5-minute, 6-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute charts and get a close above it. It's a good opportunity to take the long, stop at the low, and you're going to be targeting more than likely this area. What I suspect is going to happen is you're going to hit there, come back, and there's going to be an opportunity to jump in for a decent long at 174.84. So patience is key. Otherwise, we fall continually down to 168.970. Definitely a buying opportunity, and then there's another buying opportunity, 168.034. Only time we're going to start looking at shorts is a break below this range that we had last week. Lastly, Euro British Pound, and yeah, I was expecting a little bit of a move down. Didn't really materialize. We've sort of bounced off the bottom here, so it's back above the moving averages on the 8-hour. So this range continues. So yeah, there it is there. It's been very, very strong. So if we start looking at the hour, what we should be looking for is opportunities to buy, but we want to be buying off structure, and structure is as follows. That's the zone that we have at the moment. And again, this is another candidate for London breakout strategy, but I suspect if first 8 1-hour bars continue like this, you're probably going to get a big pullback to come and test the 155 here, or any one of these tails here. And it's probably worthwhile just watching this one on the 15-minute, because that's where the opportunities are. You can see yesterday we were looking for a rejection off here. We got the first pin bar, which never played out. Then we got a gap up there, a little bit of a spinning top, definitely played out, but look what happened when we got back the moving averages, all stuck in the middle here. So that's why when you start playing the lower time frames, it's always a good idea. If you're above the moving averages, pull back and wait for confirmation here. And you can see we sort of just floundering around inside the moving averages. Oscillators group to the downside. This trade would have been null and void. Get out of it. Wait for a break in the opposite direction. It happened there. Take the opposite trade. So yeah, that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. I think pull back onto structure, should be looking for a long on the 15-minute and the hour. So that's kind of what we'll be doing for this pair. So anyway, Euro British Pound probably the only one that I'll be looking at today. The others will be sitting on the side, especially the dollar. I'm not interested in getting dragged into any sort of weird whips or debates around the Feds at the moment. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.